Let's bring in the Big Weekend Show co-host and Outkick host, Tomi Lahren. Tomi, we've seen groups that have been supportive of President Trump, like the National Cattlemen's Beef Association, not happy about this, not supportive of this. You grew up in a ranching family in South Dakota. How do you view this?
Yeah, again, I really hope that the Trump administration reconsiders this idea to import more foreign beef. In the last 2 years, we've imported more foreign beef at record highs. The solution to help the American rancher and the American cattleman is not to increase the imports of foreign beef. There's a couple of things this administration and Congress can do to help our American rancher, and that does not include importing more foreign beef. One of the things that our Congress and our president could do is mandatory country of origin labeling. If this president is dead set on importing more foreign beef to lower prices, at least they can label it with their country of origin. Most consumers don't know this, but you actually don't know where the beef in your grocery store is coming from because we do not have mandatory country of origin labeling. And that's why our American ranchers are already being undercut by these 4 big meat packers who are actually making all the money off of these record high beef prices. It's not the American rancher and the family farmer that's making this money. So we need country of origin labeling. That's one. But if he is also insistent on helping out Argentina, you're going to have to reduce other foreign imports from other countries that we're already importing from. Canada, Australia, several other places, Brazil. The tariffs did help our American ranchers, but importing and flooding the market with this foreign beef is the wrong direction. And I really hope this administration reconsiders or at least pushes for country of origin labeling so our ranchers and farmers can differentiate their superior product from the foreign stuff being imported.
When say beef prices, steak prices go up, hit highs, Tomi, I always think, well, they come back down because in ranching and farming, it is feast or famine. And there are so many other factors that go into the price that you pay at the grocery store. And if the Federal Trade Commission under President Trump is all in on antitrust lawsuits, hey, there's some meat packers that might need a look-see, number one. And there are country of origin, not country of origin, there is some new labeling that's going to go into effect, but it's made in the USA labeling. It's next year, I believe, but it's voluntary. It's not even mandatory. Yeah. So you're buying Argentinian and Brazilian beef that, say, ground beef mixed in with American beef. People don't even know it.
Thank you so much, Dagan, for bringing that up. That's what's frustrating our American ranchers so much. They have a superior product, but they're not able to differentiate that product from the foreign imports coming in. And the meat packers, they're the ones that are getting this giant gift here because they get to import this cheap foreign meat. They get to mix it with the American meat, and they get to sell it to the consumer at record high prices. It's not your American cattleman that's making the money off of this or getting rich off of this. It's the meat packer. So you're exactly right. Enforce the antitrust laws that are already on the books. We already have had some settlements that have come out of this. These 4 packers control everything. They set the price. They're already undercutting our American producers. So that's a great place to start. Mandatory country of origin labeling. If you want to import this stuff, at least empower the consumer to decide. Don't leave them in the dark and help our American ranchers in the process.
And there's been challenges, too, with droughts leading to record low cattle herd as well. Talk about some of the challenges that they've faced.
Yeah. Well, of course, our American ranchers and farmers, they always have to deal with the weather. That's nothing new. We have droughts. We have years where we have a lot of rain. That's not a new thing in farming and ranching. But if you want to talk about a herd shortage, why do you think we have that? It's because our American ranchers can't invest in their herds because they've been undercut by the meat packers and these record high foreign imports. Your American ranchers, your family ranches and farms, they can't expand their herd. They can't expand their operation when they're under these conditions. So all of this is taken into account. But if you want to invest in the American rancher, importing more foreign beef, that's not going to do it.
Well, Tomi, I'll be on with you this weekend on the Big Weekend Show. So looking forward to seeing you then. Thanks for joining us tonight.